Hi, I'm Rebecca from Oncrawl, and today I'm going to show you how to monitor all 4 search engines on a single custom dashboard. So as you may know, Oncrawl's log monitoring lets you track metrics for 4 major search engines: Google, Bing, Baidu, and Yandex. By default, graphs display data from a single search engine at a time, and you can switch between them like this. Now, this is Baidu, and this is Google. Now, depending on what you're trying to look at, it might be important for you to be able to visually compare trends in bot behavior across search engines. So let me give you an example. This peak over here at the end of April, is this something that's specific to Google? Or is this really a symptom of something that's been going on my site or even in my industry that we'll see in other search engines as well? So the site that I'm using today doesn't have a lot of traffic, whether that's organic or bots, from search engines other than Google. So this makes it a great candidate to illustrate why we chose not to place all of these on the same graph. So here we have Google in the greenish and Baidu in sort of pinkish red. Can you see the trends in Baidu's behavior? Yeah, I can't either. It's just dwarfed by Google. So what we can do instead with Oncrawl is to view all of these search engines in their own chart, but on a single dashboard and on the same time scale. You ready? Let's do it. First, we're going to create a custom dashboard, Tools, Dashboard Builder. And let's focus on crawl behavior first. We can search for the charts we want, and I can find the basic ones, I think, by the name of the search engine. Yep, Google, Bing. I don't want to add it in the column. Let's scroll a little bit so I can fit it down here. Add a new row. Baidu. And Yandex. Great, that was pretty easy. So let's add some more information. Maybe we can look at the status codes of the responses given to bots for each page for each day that we're looking at. So that'll be under logs, SEO activity, and let's pick this one. This looks good to me. And we're going to add it 4 times, and you'll see why in just a moment. 2, 3, and 4. So now that we've added it, we're going to go back and edit the information that is displayed in these graphs. This one is set to Googlebot, sounds good to me, and I'm going to change the stacking to absolute. This affects the scale over here. Here it's currently in percentage, and when we look at the graph now in the actual report, it will display by default as absolute rather than the percentage that we see here. Okay, Bing, we want this to be Bing, and I'm going to pick Bing Bot, which means that it's the mobile plus the desktop combined, and absolute stacking. And the same thing for Baidu. Baidu Bot, absolute. And the same thing here for Yandex. Yandex Bot and absolute. So now that I've finished this, I can go ahead and save it. Let's call it multi-bot monitoring. And when I click Create Dashboard, all of my custom dashboards are here under My Reports, and I can go look at it right there. So now this is much more clear. When I see this peak here, I can easily tell whether or not something matches up to it just underneath. And here, nope, and definitely not with Yandex. So that's one way to view the correspondences. With other information here, we can also see if there are trends, for example, in error responses given to bots. Here I can look at, for example, only the 404 responses. This would actually be great with the 500 responses, but I think this site is actually pretty good about not giving, I don't see any 500 responses to bots. So now I can look and see if there's a correspondence to the pattern of 404 responses given to bots, and it doesn't look like it. So that's good. You can always go back and modify this dashboard if you want to add information or change the way it displays. Tools, Dashboard Builder, And here we're going to click on Load Custom Dashboard and load the one that we've already created. Now I can make any changes I want and save it again. I can also click here where Manage Custom Dashboards. If I have a dashboard like this one that I'd like to upload to my list to be able to use in my project, I can add it here. Or I can just head down here to the one that I'm interested in, multi-bot monitoring. I can edit it, download it as a JSON file that I can upload later, or get rid of ones I don't need anymore. If you liked this dashboard and you're interested in using it yourself or playing around with it, it's available for free download on the Oncrawl blog at www.oncrawl.com/technical-SEO/custom dashboard log monitoring. So thanks for joining me today, and happy log analysis.